us be able to, put together these programs and find and get our speakers and get all the infrastructure ready so that we can all enjoy, a life, what we like to call a lifetime of peak mental performance, mentally speaking, but also, from our heart and our health and our awareness, our relationships. So that's that. And we're just about ready to start. Welcome. I see so many new people and friends, old friends, new friends. So let me get to this. And I'll go ahead and start. So formally, welcome to the day 2 of the meditation challenge, Meditate for Your Memory Challenge. I'm Kirti Khalsa. I'm the CEO of the Alzheimer's Research and Prevention Foundation. And if you have done it before, or if you haven't done it, maybe you've read about it, every day we have a different teacher. So today, it's my great pleasure to introduce you to our teacher, Paula Morris. Paula is an accomplished educator and certified wellness professional dedicated to empowering individuals with evidence-based strategies for cognitive health. Leveraging a background in academia as a retired marketing professor and formal training as a certified yoga teacher, Paula seamlessly blends education and wellness. Her commitment led her to become a certified brain longevity specialist through AARPF, that's us. Paula now utilizes this expertise to design and lead workshops, translating groundbreaking AARPF research into practical tools that help others actively reduce their risk of cognitive decline and maintain lifelong brain vitality. And we will put Paula's contact information in the chat towards the end of the session today. But Paula, for now, I'm going to pass the mic to you. Thank you.
So thank you. And hello, everyone. I am so grateful to be here, especially today on Giving Tuesday. But first thing I want to do is I want to thank you. I want to thank you all for taking time out of your day to take care of yourselves, because that's sometimes the hardest thing to do. And I get teary over this kind of thing. So I also want to thank the AARPF for the amazing research that they have done. And let me kind of tell you a bit about my journey and how I got here. So I'm the newest of all of the folks that you will see this week. My path, in 2023, our family made a very difficult decision, and my mother is now in a memory care unit. We have a lot of family history of memory issues, especially in the women in my family. And so I carried a lot of anxiety around about every time I lost my keys, I thought, oh, I've got to go get tested. And so luckily, on another sidebar, I needed some continuing education for my yoga certification. And lo and behold, the universe brought me the AARPF and this brain longevity training. And it has been a game changer for me. And so I'm an academic, but I was not a researcher. I was a practitioner. I brought the real world into the classroom and we did marketing. I had full respect for all these amazing researchers, but that wasn't my gig. But I'm fascinated by it. And so the research that was in the course that I took really got me going. And as a business person, I hadn't done a whole lot of body research and brain research. So when I found the research behind this Kirtan Kriya, and I'm also one of those people who has never been able to calm down this monkey brain, and I was never able to meditate on my own. And I knew that it was good for me, and I would try it for a week, and then it'd be like something else would come along, and I would. So the research and the proven benefits is what got me hooked. And so now my husband and I are doing the Kirtan Kriya daily, and it has reduced my anxiety. it has improved my sleep. And I feel like I've come out of this funk that was COVID for 3 years, where we kind of all got lost. And so I'd like to share with you that when they researched, and they've been researching this Kirtan Kriya meditation for over 20 years now, they present it the kind of in an identical fashion, because you can't change things if you're going to do research. So what I'd like to do is share with you and kind of start from the top of here's how we do this meditation. And then I'd like to meditate with you all and then answer questions. So let's start with, and I'll move back in just a second, but what you want is a straight spine, which actually aligns your vagus nerve and it gets your nervous system all kind of so that it works together. The next thing is that there are some sounds that you make. The sounds are sa, ta, na, ma. That, when it runs all together, actually means my true identity or my highest self. And there's a tune. We're going to start with a chant. And so there's a tune that goes behind it. And it's the first 4 notes of Mary Had a Little Lamb. You don't have to be a great singer. And sometimes I sing in this octave and sometimes I sing in this octave. That doesn't matter. Just sing, chant. Okay? So it's sa, ta, na, ma. And with each of the sounds is something that we in yoga call a mudra. A mudra is a hand gesture. And this one's real simple, otherwise I wouldn't be able to do it. So, sa is your first finger and your thumb. Ta is your next finger, the middle guy, and your thumb. Na is your ring finger, and your pinky is ma. So it's sa, ta, na, ma. All right. So that's the simple part. And what we're going to do is we are going to chant it with the tune for 2 minutes. And then we will stage whisper, which is kind of what you do when you're on stage and you want to pretend nobody's able to hear you. Okay, so it's just a stage kind of whisper. And you'll do that for 2 minutes. You're going to say sa, ta, na, ma, and you're going to keep the mantra going, the mudras going the entire time. You're going to do 4 minutes of silence, and then you'll do it backwards. So we'll come back and we'll whisper, sa, ta, na, ma, and then we'll chant, and we'll take a deep breath at the beginning, and we'll take a little bit of breath and stretching at the end. The last piece, and it's the hardest piece, and remember, I'm a practitioner. I'm not a perfecter. And this is not a perfect, this is a practice. If thoughts start coming in your brain, just let them go. If you get lost, just start again when you get to the top. Nobody's here watching. The thing that is the hardest is, and it's possibly the most important, but you'll learn it as you practice, is you're going to pretend that the sound is coming in through the top of your brain and right out your forehead. It's kind of a sweeping of the sound or the breath, but it's just, and this is something that I find really helps make my thoughts go back out. So that's the last piece. And so if you're ready, let's all scooch back, and I'm going to get it so you can see my hands. It's easiest to practice with your hands resting in your laps. And so let's all start with a collective big inhale and an exhale. And you all can start the music. You'll hear a chime at the end of 2 minutes, so you don't have to worry about when to change from chanting to whispering to the silence and back. You'll hear a chime. Okay, Chelsea. Inhale, hands to heart center. Let's twist. And inhale, center, and twist the other way. And one more big collective inhale. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Paula. That was lovely. That was a great meditation. We'd love to take some questions. If you could please put them in the chat, type them in here and I'll read them to Paula. And so first of all, if somebody wants to connect with you, what do you do these days?
So, about once a month, I'm doing a workshop where I'm helping people create lifestyle adjustments so that they can potentially postpone or prevent decline of their own brains. Again, totally about self-care. And I do some, I'm going to try the first hybrid one where we're going to do online and in person in January. So my website is protect-your-brain.com. And you're welcome to join me. I've got a couple in January and I will start setting things up. I'm trying to do about one a month because I'm trying not to make this a full-time job.
That's great. So we did put the website in the chat if you like that. Could you please repeat the meaning of the chant words?
The meaning, it actually comes from a word Satnam, which means my true identity or my highest self, which is kind of fun. I like connecting with that.
Yes. So we are, by the way, I'd like to acknowledge our staff that's in the background. We have Chelsea answering also some ch questions in the chat, and Camille is also here. So thank you both for your help in putting all this together. And so some of the questions we're already answering in the chat. And oh, I forgot, there's somebody else. Dr. Kathy Watkins is here as well. So I saw that. And if I forget anybody else, forgive me. So the next question is, I sing and have the urge to harmonize a few times. Is that okay?
I don't think that the notes are quite as important as the intent and the fact that you're resonating the sound inside of your mouth and connecting your tongue in a way that is activating your brain. Um, Being on key is not necessarily being judged by anybody. And
Exactly.
again, sometimes I start in my higher part of my voice range and I'll do the second half in the lower part of my voice range. So,
Yeah, that's fine. Next question is when we're silently meditating and saying the words, should we still mouth the words?
um, the research has been done without mouthing the words. So I don't know that it's going to hurt anything, but it hasn't been researched that way.
Yeah. And the next question, thank you, is how much pressure do you use on each finger? Light or more pressure?
I push so that I can feel it, but I don't want to bruise my fingers.
Right. So it says about 1 to 2 pounds of pressure. I mean, that's, entirely up to each person, but you want to feel it. Okay. It's not just like this. It's this, right? It's like if you're playing or you're typing something, you have to have a little pressure, not bang it, but a little pressure enough that, it goes through. Next question. The twist at the end is a bit different. Can you explain why or the purpose?
I It's just a bit of a stretch, and I find that twisting helps loosen up my back a little bit after being seated that long. That's just something that I do from my yoga experience.
So yeah, so you'll see throughout this week that every teacher has a slightly different style, right? And we're all different. It's all fine. As long as, of course, the meditation stays the same. So sometimes people shake their arms at the end. That's okay too. But the meditation is really what's important. So this is just the beginning and the end, changes slightly. Another question. Could you review what we're supposed to be doing with our tongues?
Your tongue should do whatever your tongue is doing to make the sounds. There's no instruction on how your tongue is supposed to behave, and there's no instruction on how your breath is supposed to behave. Let it be what it is.
Thank you. I am going, so everybody knows, I'm going to skip the questions that Chelsea is already answering so that we can get through as many as possible in the last less than 2 minutes. So next question is, I've had some injuries to both hands and the touch to the ring and little fingers hurt. Do you have any suggestions?
If you're having a hard time with this and this, you can simply tap them on your leg if that's more comfortable for you.
Yeah, so instead of this, well, I think also what we could say is you could have pressure on these fingers and just go light on these
Lighter.
fingers, right? That's also possible. Or if you have, your desk or your knee or your leg, you could just go like this. I hope you can see it's my notepad. Okay, I hope that helps. And so I'm gonna run through. If you still have any questions, please email us. You can email Chelsea at Alzheimer's Prevention in case we get cut off because we have 1 minute to go. So I think this might be the last one. I'm honored to have given this morning as a tribute to my beautiful mom, Pearl, who passed in December 2014 at 102 with Alzheimer's. This research is so worthy. Thank you, ARPF. Okay, thank you for this comment. And we are right on time at the half hour. So you know that we start on time and end on time. So we're gonna close the day for today. If you still have questions, please don't hesitate to email us. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Paula, thank you.
Thank you.
And have a wonderful rest of your day. Be inspired.